Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be talking about the 6th episode of The Last of Us. This episode was neutral action and surprises. So, without further ado, let's get started. The aim of The Last of Us Season 6 written by Craig Mazin and directed by Jamila Bani. The Last of Us Episode 6 slows things down after last week's action-packed conclusion by pairing its characters and allowing them to have heartfelt conversations one after the other. With a top-notch script and thoughtful performances all around, it's a fantastic chapter that almost entirely accomplishes what it sets out to do. The Last of Us Episode 6 slows things down after last week's action-packed conclusion by pairing its characters and allowing them to have heartfelt conversations one after the other. With a top-notch script and thoughtful performances all around, it's a fantastic chapter that almost entirely accomplishes what it sets out to do. After a 3-month gap, Joel and Ellie are in Wyoming and have located Tommy by speaking with an elderly couple who have been off the grid since before the end of the world. The couple is utterly endearing, and their small shared chuckles of amusement at Joel and Ellie's high-strung energy provide a welcome moment of lightness in the wake of the nightmares we were left with in the previous episode. In fact, after the frantic 2-part escape from Kansas City, Ken as a whole is a welcome change of pace. Although there isn't much action, the reveal of Jackson is significant. Joel finally finding Tommy is a huge relief, and we get some of the most moving, revealing Joel and Ellie material we've yet to see. At this point, we've met a number of complex, intriguing characters and seen how each one entered and exited Joel and Ellie's world. But this is the first opportunity we've had to focus on the relationship between the two main characters and delve deeply into their thoughts and feelings towards one another. The Jackson Commune, Tommy's adopted home where he intends to begin a new life with his wife Maria, and their unborn child, serves as the backdrop for all of this. They invite Joel and Ellie to stay in one of their extra homes. Maria drives Ellie to the movies, and the brothers share a few strong drinks at the local pub. When you consider the misery of the gruesome dystopia outside of the Jackson Commune's sturdy walls, the word idyllic almost isn't strong enough to describe it. This is the first look we've had at a post-outbreak community where people can not only survive, but actually live their lives, aside from Bill and Frank's setup in Episode 3. The first conversation between Joel and Tommy is tense. When Joel learns that Tommy and Maria are expecting a child, he is only able to feel resentment and perhaps a hint of jealousy because he is still plagued by the memory of losing Sarah all those years ago. Inching closer to Joel's face, Tommy says, "Just because life stopped for you doesn't mean it has to stop for me." Oof. Even more emotional is their subsequent encounter when Joel begs Tommy to take Ellie to the Fireflies in his place. Tommy, who is the only person in the world that Joel trusts enough to tell the whole truth, receives the full truth about Joel's mental and physical fragility throughout the episode. "I was so terrified. I'm no longer who I was." Sobbing, Joel admits, "I'm weak. In my sleep, I'm failing. I only do it. All I've ever done is let her down." Over and over again is he referring to Sarah or Ellie? Or is there a more unsettling chance that he's confusing them? Pascal gives an incredibly strong performance in this. After 5 episodes of seeing Joel be a grumpy, rock-solid ass-kicker, we finally get to witness him crumble and allow his deepest fears to surface. Our hearts break for him because we know he's kept it inside for so long and because he has grown so attached to Ellie that he can no longer rely on himself to protect her. In this scene, Pascal once again demonstrates why he is among the best actors in the industry as his voice quivers and his body trembles. The infamous Joel and Ellie fight in the kids' bedroom is up next. As if all of that wasn't enough, one of the most heartbreaking scenes from the game is recreated almost word for word because the source material is so excellent. As their bond is briefly broken, Ramsey and Pascal are on fire, which makes Joel's decision to change his mind and join Ellie on their journey all the more satisfying. Joel and Ellie are now in a wonderful situation. They have expressed to one another their trust and care for one another. You can tell how far they've come when you consider that at one point, he couldn't stand her and wouldn't let her get close to a gun. Now, they're even laughing while practicing their aim. However, The Last of Us will not permit us to enjoy nice things, so Joel suffers a serious stabbing while defending Ellie from a group of punks at the abandoned university they mistakenly believe to be a Firefly base. The significance of this is that Ellie, who has up until this point relied on Joel for survival, is now placed in the horrible situation of having to save Joel's bleeding, unconscious ass while traveling through uncharted territory. It's a pivotal moment in the plot, a terrifying cliffhanger, and a spooky way to end an episode that's tied with long time for the best of the season thus far. So I hope you enjoy it. Please support the channel if you enjoy the review.